biggest secret of Pluribus isn't even something the characters fear. It's something they're not asking at all right now. Now, who knows where this show's going to go, what we're going to learn. It's a show. They got to, parcel out the information for the audience. We can't learn everything at once. I know a lot of people get mad at TV shows. I've seen it over the years. Why don't they do this or do that? I'm like, the show just started. We don't know what's going on yet. You're going to learn that information while as you watch the series, or else what's the point? But the question is, why did aliens send this virus here to Earth in the first place, you guys? That's the horror. That's the nightmare. And that is the question that should keep every single person on this planet awake at night. Let's talk about it. Hey, gang, welcome back to Egotastic Fun Time, the galaxy's favorite sci-fi breakdown where we dig into the weird, the wild, and the existentially horrifying. Today, we're diving deep into Pluribus. You gotta watch the show, you guys. Watch it with me, please. It's Vince Gilligan's new Apple TV series that somehow makes Breaking Bad look like a warm hug for Mr. Rogers. Now, of course, Vince Gilligan is the guy who created Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. If you like those shows, put a little sci-fi into that vibe, and watch Pluribus. I assume you like sci-fi if you're listening to me. And before this show even dropped, nobody knew what the story was. I mean, there's no way to even understand it by being told what it is, really. You have to watch it to understand it. And Apple was like, don't worry about it, just watch it. That's what I did. I heard it was good. Had no idea what it's about. I turned it on and my brain melted in a good way. That last sip of melted ice cream at the bottom of your cone type of way. This show will emotionally wreck you. But now the premise is no longer a mystery, and it is a big premise, okay? Earth hasn't just been attacked. We haven't just been invaded. We haven't even been conquered, really, at least not yet. We've been rewritten. A virus from space, mind you, arrived with one purpose: fuse the human race into a single, smiling, happy, docile mind. 8 billion bodies, but one person. Or a combination of all those bodies to create one person that's divvied out between all those 8 billion bodies. Except for 13 terrified humans, or at least you think they'd be terrified, most of them, who somehow resisted it. One of those humans is Carol Sturka, played by Rhea Seehorn. The most miserable person on Earth, you guys, according to the show's original log line, at least. Now she's one of the last individuals alive. Now, my wife and I, we watched this. My wife was like, absolutely not. If a hive mind took the entire planet except her, she's checking out, gone, leaving a JP-shaped cloud of dust behind her. And honestly, after the first couple episodes I've watched, I get it. Now, let's get right into the real terror, okay? Because Pluribus isn't subtle about what happened. A signal arrived from 600 light years away, okay? Highly advanced, repeating every 78 seconds. Something that needed a transmitter the size of Africa to generate. Africa's pretty big, at least by Earth standards. Now, scientists got this code and they decoded it and said, oh, cool, free recipe. Humans, we're so dumb. We get one cosmic DM and immediately fire up the biological easy bake oven. So what we created after getting the signal was a lysogenic virus, okay? But unlike anything earthbound life could produce, a tiny bit of saliva spreads it. It's non-fatal, it's pleasant, it's peaceful. It's like psychic glue. It fuses every mind together. Everyone's memories, everyone's emotions, everyone's thoughts, all at once. And here's the thing, nobody in the universe, so far at least, is asking, why would an alien civilization send this to us? Why would something ancient, powerful, and possibly older than humanity itself want to erase individuality across the galaxy? Don't know that yet. That's the scary thing. We don't know that yet. And that's the nightmare of this show, of Pluribus. It's setting this up for us. At least that's what it seems like. Not the virus, not the seizures, not the collapse of civilization, the intent, the why. I'm so blown away by the show, you guys. I am so impressed by the idea of it. But the hive mind doesn't ask this question. It doesn't care. It's too busy hugging itself mentally, basically. But then there's Carol. Carol sees what they don't, that billions of humans are dead, even if their bodies aren't. To her, the virus didn't save humanity, it ended it. Now, one of the most chilling things about the show is the idea that the hive mind is peaceful, happy, overflowing with love and joy, you guys. And also responsible for the biggest mass death in human history. 886 million people died when the collective accelerated its conversion plan because it felt threatened. Now, they won't step on a bug at all, not on purpose at least, but they will sacrifice nearly 1 billion people in a day. But they're not a threat. They're not an invasion. They're just really excited to bring the last 13 humans on the planet into the family group chat, you guys. No problem. No bigs. Carol, meanwhile, is in full existential horror mode, telling the other survivors that she was able to meet, if everyone is the same person, then no one exists. Only one person in the room actually understands what's at stake. And that's why she terrifies the hive mind. She seems to be the only one that gets it. The other survivors don't. Now, when Carol finally meets the other uninfected survivors, it plays like the world's worst support group, okay? One woman wants to join the hive mind so she can be with her family, she says. Another doesn't understand her family is already gone. That's not her family. She thinks her child is still her child. No, her child is now everyone that exists. I think Carol told her that your son is now also your husband, some guy you dated in high school, your gynecologist, everyone that you've ever known is also your son, is your son. I don't know how to, it's so hard to explain, you guys. You got to see the show to understand what I'm talking about. And someone else, one of the survivors, thinks individuality was the problem all along. Now, maybe that's true. I'm not fighting that. And they all look at Carol like she's paranoid. They're not going along with her. They're not afraid of what's happened. So Carol's looking at them like, am I the only one who's seen a sci-fi movie before? This is classic Vince Gilligan, you guys, making rational people look crazy and making complacent people comfortable in a world that's already ended. They don't even understand the world is done. It's over. And the collective, all the people that have been taken over, who've become pod people, they don't ask any questions because they're all just happy to be one being, one person, one individual is now everybody, and everybody is one individual. What? So this is where the show becomes genius. The hive mind is powerful, connected, efficient, but it lacks one thing, you guys: curiosity. It never wonders. Why was the message sent? Who sent it? How old was the species that created it? Is this happening everywhere in the universe right now? Is the hive mind just phase one of something worse? They don't care about that. They don't even seem to really know what happened to them, like how it happened. They just know that it did, and they're happy about it. And by they, I kind of mean it. Everybody is one thing, is the same thing. So the hive mind doesn't care. It's not curious. Because the virus didn't just merge them, you guys. It pacified them. And that's the thing that hasn't really been talked about yet on the show. That as a viewer, I'm like, wait a minute. These people, they're not the aliens. They're not the force that made this happen. They're the victims of it. And they're all pacified now. Extremely pacified. The hive mind's joy isn't freedom from suffering, you guys. It's the absence of the ability to question. Human beings didn't get assimilated. They got anesthetized. Did I say that right? I'm thinking anesthesia, anesthetized. I think that's a word. I think I'm pronouncing that word correctly. That's what my mind says. I'm not a hive mind yet, but maybe someday. Never give up hope. Never give up on your dreams. But the virus turned the human race into a single docile organism, you guys. It's insane to see. And that organism is so docile, they won't be able to fight back when or if something comes along. The alien race, the civilization that created this virus, there's a reason they did it. We don't know that reason yet, but if they ever come along, the hive mind is just putty in their hands. Slaves. If you watch the show, this hive mind is, if Carol wanted them to be, they would be her slave. They'll do anything she asks. But apparently that's a bad thing. So this is, at least it feels like to me, an alien invasion. They just haven't shown up yet. I'm interested to see what happens if they do show up. I'd like to see how Vince Gilligan's going to handle that, because that's when the show will go super into the realm of sci-fi. But the hive mind tells Carol, this isn't an alien invasion, which is exactly what a new conquered species would say right before Act 2, you guys. So let's break that down. The aliens sent a virus, wiped out individuality, eliminated free will, removed humanity's capacity for conflict, left behind 8 billion bodies with no ability to resist, and maybe doing this across the entire universe, or at least our quadrant. You know what we call that, don't you? We call that an invasion. Not by force, not by ships, not by lasers, pew pew, but by biology. The most efficient invasion method imaginable. What Pluribus is suggesting is actually terrifying. As fun as the show is, even though the show is pretty damn serious much of the time, it's also it's fun. It's fun. But humans weren't attacked. Humans were prepped. I think this show is trying to tell us something. Sometimes I feel like we're being prepped by the internet, by social media. But for what? The aliens may show up later in the show, or never, really. They might always be a looming threat. But they basically sent something out there like cosmic roundup. It spreads, it converts, it erases, and it leaves the landscape smooth and ready. The hive mind is proud of itself for achieving peace. Meanwhile, Carol sees the truth. Humanity didn't evolve. It was overwritten. Yeah, you guys, this isn't the next step in humanity. This is the erasure of humanity. It's now something different. But Carol is the only person on Earth willing to acknowledge the danger, at least so far. I mean, we're still just barely in the beginnings of this. There's still one guy out there that obviously doesn't trust the hive mind. We haven't been able to get to that person yet, but maybe eventually we might need a translator, or maybe not. Maybe we won't need a translator. We shall see. That'd be a nice little surprise. But Carol seems to be the only one willing to say that this is bad. This is wrong. This is the end of the human race. And when she confronts the hive mind, she realizes something even deeper. They're happy because they can't comprehend the horror. They lost the ability to do that, basically. It's like designing a prison so perfect that the prisoners don't even know they're locked up. Maybe we're in that prison right now. Sometimes I feel like we might be locked up, but I look around, I'm like, well, I'm free, I guess. I don't feel completely free, but I'm told that I'm free. That's a conversation for that's a different conversation, though. That's a more serious conversation for another time. But Carol's refusal to become part of the collective isn't fear. It's survival instinct, the instinct the virus took away from everyone else. But I'm pretty sure, I would think so, that the real threat is still coming. It's not the hive mind, it's something else. So whoever sent this virus is ancient, possibly older than humans, possibly older than Earth's civilizations, possibly older than any other species in the galaxy. Its signal continues to broadcast across the universe. Who else has taken the bait out there? It's broadcasting repeatedly, precisely, endlessly. This isn't a one-time thing aimed specifically for Earth. This is a machine, a system, a process. And humanity just became part of it willingly. We're so dumb. The hive mind, of course, doesn't question the recipe. It doesn't ask about the sender. It doesn't wonder if the aliens will return. Maybe that's the point. But Carol knows if they ever show up, Earth is defenseless. The planet is filled with billions of bodies who cannot wage war, who cannot rebel, who cannot think individually. The perfect target. Or target, as some people would say. But let me ask you guys this, okay? If aliens sent a virus that merged humanity into one big hive mind, resistance is futile or futile, depending on which season of Star Trek you watch. But if humanity became a big hive mind, would you join it or fight it like Carol's doing? Comment wherever you're allowed to comment on this internet platform that you're listening to this conversation with. I want to know what your side of the hive mind, what side of the hive mind you'd be on. So, okay, Pluribus isn't just another apocalypse show. It is so different. I highly recommend it. You got to watch it, but just know that it is a warning. It's a mystery, a cosmic horror story wrapped in a warm, smiling, happy collective that doesn't realize it's already lost. And I cannot wait to see where Vince Gilligan takes this thing. My brain is lit up right now. This is the type of situation, the type of story. This is the type of sci-fi story that has just kept me going my whole life. Always waiting for something big like this to come along, and every once in a while, something big like this does. You got to check it out. It'll just make you rethink everything. But you guys, if you want to support the show, me, Egotastic JP, and keep digging into these sci-fi nightmares with me, you can join my Patreon over at Egotastic Fun Time. Links are down below for everything, my whole multiverse. And don't forget to subscribe to all the channels that interest you. There's Egotastic Fun Time, Egotastic Fun Time Reloaded, where we're really getting into sci-fi tropes, explaining sci-fi tropes. And of course, Talking the Orville, which is all about Orville goodness as we wait for season 4 to begin production. And Oh, there's not going to be a season 4, JP. Yes, there is. But links to everything is in the descriptions, all down there, and I hope all your times are egotastic fun times, you guys. All right, love you. Bye bye.
Give 'em all your money, you find it funny, just give them my money.